Te dejo ese pie, vale. Hey guys. Okay, time to go to bed. No, I mean time to do some tactics. Time to do some tactics. I'm too tired, so I'm not gonna play chess, but I'm gonna do tactics because it's good to do every day. Fito. Okay, give me a second. Okay, oh shoot. Okay, so now I have a laptop, I have a dog, and me. Perfect. Let me quickly fix this size of this. Everything seems perfect, and I think I'm almost ready. Let's just make this bigger. All right, you can see the full board. So let's go do some tactics. Let's start with the puzzle rush, the daily attempt. So yesterday I did 29, I think. Let's try to do the same or better. Okay. I'm white, right? I'm white. I'm black. I'm white, definitely. I'm black, and I'm black, right? Yeah. What the heck? This wasn't an easy one, I think. Not obvious, at least. What? It's made into, Pepe. It's made into. Check. Okay, that's. Hey, Ray Clay. F3 is asking for trouble. How to exploit it? Oh, E5? Where does the queen go? To G6. So what am I missing? c5. From g6, where can it go? Vito. So what's the difference? There might queen e5, of course. Queen e5 is the difference. Oof, I'm so slow. Rook e3, I expected. Yeah, it's mate in two. This. What's up, Rayclay? How is it going? I'm in the middle of the rush. Sorry. Can I take here? No. Oh, queen takes was a defense. Then I don't know. This seems a piece up. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. White to move. And that knight seems lost. But how to exploit it? Simple? Yeah, but I thought it was more complex than it seemed. Winning the queen or checkmating. Is there a checkmate? I don't see a checkmate. I don't see a checkmate. Let's win the queen. New chair. No. This has to be. This has to be. I'm winning the queen again. That queen is trapped. Vito. No! I had to take on b1 first. Okay, two mistakes already. And this is not obvious, is it? Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. No, that wasn't it. Queen takes g7. Oh, yeah. That wasn't it because he can take with the queen. New chair. Looks more comfy. Doing okay here. Thanks for the YouTube uploads. Oh, yeah, I had to upload today more videos, but I didn't yet. Tomorrow I will. I have some... Because now I'm uploading 1 week later. 1 week after each stream I upload the video. But now it's gonna be... Tomorrow it's gonna be 1 week and 1 day. This is not a chair, by the way. I'm in bed. I'm literally in bed. It's great to see my friend Fito. Yeah. Hey, Carlos. What's up? Okay, 29 again. Let's do tactics. Let's do tactics. I don't know if you can see Fito. Can you see him? Yeah, he's here. He's right over my feet, over my foot. And he's gonna be sleeping as soon as I stop playing with him. Okay. Rar. Played yearly Rapid Arena ranked 237. Well done, well done. Was I didn't have a look, but I'm guessing it was thousands of players, right? Great ranking. He should go to Twitch. Con with you for getting you all your subs. Yeah, he would get all the subs, definitely. No, it's like 6,000. Wow. One second, I need to answer. One second. Okay, Fito. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, what I was saying about Fito. Fito is really, I mean, all dogs are lovable, but this one is especially lovable. I cannot walk in the street without having to stop with every person, every unknown person that I don't know. Everyone stops, and this little guy is always so lovable, and he loves people, and yeah, he's especially lovable. Okay, let's start with the puzzles. Hand out your Twitch card. Hey Jim! Wow, this puzzle cannot be complicated, can it? First of all, whose turn is it? White. It's white to move. Check, check. Wait, what? Where's the complication here? Rook h8 check. Don't know if you can see Vito now. He's totally devoted to his. Oh. Okay. One second. Instant 100 subs. Fito's adventure with Pepe. Yeah, well, okay, what do we have here? I mean, rook h8 check. If rook f8, we win a rook. If king up, let's say king f7. King f7 can be the trickiest. Then rook h7 check. If rook g7, we win a rook again. So king g8. Play over the board in the park. Hey Joey, hello. How you doing? Fito's here. I'm watching two streams and playing an arena. I feel like a superhero. You are a superhero. You are. I'm fine, thanks. And Fito is almost sleeping. How is the arena going? How is the Great Tallman going? You're so bad at standard. No, I mean, you play too much Crazy House. That's your problem. You're not bad at standard. You're just too used to Crazy House lately. And that happens. After I play Crazy House, it takes a while before I can play Standard. That's why I don't play Crazy House the night before an over-the-board game. Yeah, it's hard to switch. I mean, Crazy House helps for some aspects of chess, but it doesn't for some others. ¿Qué pasó? Okay, so rook h8 check, king here only move, rook h7 check, king here only move, and that's probably not helping. Well, not helping. I mean, I can go to the other side of the board and threaten all sorts of checkmates, but black also has rooks to try and checkmate us. So how can I? Okay. So let's start with this check. This check, king probably must go here again. Otherwise, it's going to be checkmate or winning a rook. Like, for example, king here, rook h7 check. No matter where he goes, rook check, forcing this, then we win the rook. So, both moves force king f7. And that pretty much narrows my candidate moves list. Well, I mean, we have to consider these checks too, but I don't believe them. They don't feel like the geometrical way to go when you're trying to checkmate a king with two rooks. Yeah. So okay, let's go with this one. This seems the trickiest. Well, there's another possibility. There's a third move, a third candidate move. So one candidate move, second candidate move, and the third one, I think, is this one, rook h7. The point is, we're threatening checkmate, and a checkmate threat is definitely a forcing move too. Not this, because this doesn't threaten checkmate, but this really threatens checkmate. And I'm not sure what can black do about it. Rook here loses a rook. So black might start checking us, but the king is going to walk towards the rooks. So after rook h7, maybe that's the difficulty of this puzzle, to start with a quiet move. Because the thing is, the checks in these types of situations, every time you check a king for either side, white or black, every time you check the king has to escape, but it escapes towards the rook, so, or the rooks. So by not checking, we're actually making a stronger threat of checkmating, because now the king is too far away from white's rooks after rook h7. And yeah, I don't see the defense. Rook f3 check, king d4, rook g4 check, king e5. I think it's rook h7. I think it's rook h7. What do you think, guys? h7 looks like it. There's rook g3 check, king d2. I don't know. Anytime he tries to block any checks, like for example rook h7, rook f7, we check, check, and take the rook. We're gonna take a free rook anytime he tries to block. So if he cannot block, and he cannot checkmate us, he has no time to win a rook from us. Rook f3, king d4, rook g4, king e5. Done. No more checks. I mean, rook g5, king e4, and rook e3, king f4. Yeah. I'm gonna go rook h7. And I failed. Huh. A7 maybe? I mean, if it's not rook h7, it has to be rook a8, I think. Rook a7 doesn't threaten checkmate. I mean, not like rook h7. But yeah, I might be wrong. I'm still trying to understand why rook h7 doesn't work, because knowing why it doesn't work might help me understand what I'm missing in this position. What am I missing? It was a surprise actually, the not h7. Why wouldn't rook h7 work? Rook h7, rook d1. Yeah, but then rook h8 check. I mean rook a8 check. Rook a8 check, rook d8, rook h8 check. We win the rook. Don't we? I think every line where black blocks with a rook, we win that rook because we're checking from both sides. So the only way he would escape, to my eyes, is rook c1, rook c8. Oh, rook c1, rook c8, guys. Rook h7, rook c1 check, and rook c8. And there's no checkmate. There might be a lot of checks, but there's no checkmate. Okay, okay, now I understand that. I should have seen that. Zamora on my face, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I should have seen that. Well, we lost 8 points here. Let's see if we regain them. At least let's try to solve it. Okay. Now it's unrated. The points are lost. But rook a8 check was the other move I wanted to do. Rook a8 check, king f7 only move. Then if rook a7 check, Zamora on my face, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I've said that twice, but thank you. A8, yes, that's the line I'm trying to calculate. Rook a8 check, king f7 is the only move, I think. I might be wrong again. No, it's definitely the only move. Then if rook a7 check, there's king g8. And then nothing. So after rook a8 check, king f7, I'm not sure. Huh. I'm trying to think whether rook a7 actually works. But it doesn't. This is intriguing. And rook h8 check. My opinion, h7 had to be the line. No, but h7, black has rook c1, rook c8. And now the winning move is king d3. Rawr. Now, rook h8, king f7. Rook h. Maybe rook h8, king f7, and then rook b8. But then he has rook e2. Rook h8, king f7. And rook a7 then. Oh, I need to calculate the forcing lines. But, the forcing lines, check here. Rook a7 check. Only move. I need to calculate that. Rook h6 check. He has two moves. Rook a5 check. He only has this move in both cases. Rook h4 check. He might have the two moves, but probably only this. Then check, check, and either he loses the rook or he's checkmated. No, because he can go here. Oh, but I think that has to be it. I think probably the solution is related to that. Let's try it because it's free to try this. Rook a7 here. Yeah. So this is the idea. Huh. I understand. I understand why this is difficult now, this puzzle. Oh, and he hangs the rook. No, if he hangs the rook, it's so easy. No, it's not hanging the rook. Oh, there's a trick, knight g5, king g5. Okay. Okay. That's tricky. That's a move I didn't consider. So should I check on a5 now? Oh, look at this beautiful. No, it wasn't that. Yeah. Okay. I understand how this was difficult. Wow, I really need to use this position with my students. First impression was, wow, isn't this like an easy puzzle? Huh. So rook h7 seemed strong, but there's this defense. Check and rook here, and there's no mate. I almost sacked my queen for a pawn and a check. Uy. Yeah, you need to reset your brain, Joanna, to play something that's not Crazy House. We need to do the other session. Okay, there's not much to do here. There's not much to show here. Once you see the winning line. You miss it. You miss Crazy House or... Okay, rook h8, king there, okay. We need to do the other session of tactics. So rook a5 check. And okay, the previous move, whenever you want, Joey, whenever you can. Okay, here I thought he would go over here, But I guess the situation is the same. Tomorrow at some point should work. Yeah. Can I have it? Can have it be a weekly thing? Oh yeah, sure. Sure. It could be a thingly, a thingly week. It could be a thingly week, a weekly thing. Yeah, and yeah, tomorrow I have time all day, but best before alcohol, best before alcohol. So you tell me which time you can. You tell me tomorrow. That's better than me. I had mate in two, didn't see it, and resigned. Well, some mates are not easy to see. But yeah, resigning, having a winning position. I've seen that happening even in master play. It's not usual, of course. Good plan. Aha, I'm smart. So would this be the same? Yes, it's the same. It's the same. Yeah. Okay, nice. Let me continue. So I think it's the first puzzle we failed this week. We had such a good streak. Our rating is 29 something. I think we got to 2950 yesterday. Okay, let's continue. Let's not rush it. Let's not rush it. This is not puzzle rush. We have time. Let's think. Our rating is 2940. Let's try to get above 2950, which in chess.com is as easy as let's not fail the puzzles, because if you don't fail the puzzles, your rating keeps going up and up and up and up. And I tell this all the time. I complain about this, like the rating never stops, and people say, okay, that's how rating works. if you win, it goes up and up and up. But what I mean is the difficulty does not get up. That's what I mean. 3100 was the previous puzzle. I think the highest rated I saw was 3200, and the number can be discussed. Like, I mean, some 3100 of chess.com is easier than some 2400s only chess, for example. So it's a very arbitrary number. Anyway, we have this position here. We have equal, equal. It's not equal material. We're a piece down. We're a piece down. There are some. We smell there might be something on f6 because there's something on g7. So this is a typical position where when we see some smells. We see some smells. There's there might be a forcing move. Knight takes e7. But anyway, even if we have a forcing move to start any line, the continuation has to be something not so forcing as f6, maybe starting with f6. So we smell something happens there. I don't see a forced move like killing, like for example queen takes d7. That can work. So I guess it's time to consider options. What's the theme? The knight is overloaded. Well, the knight is not overloaded. The knight is defending g7. It's the only defender. And somewhat overloaded in the sense that he's defending also f6. But of course there are two pieces defending f6, queen and bishop. So whenever we go f6 or knight f6, black is not going to use the knight. Our rook is hanging on f1, which is totally unimportant. It has nothing to do with the attack. We want to kill that king, right? So f6 might win a piece. or might not. F6 is the idea that comes to mind. Should I start calculating F6 or should I consider other moves? I think I will start calculating F6 because it's the logical move. Hey Sivanetti, what's up? Much better, stop spamming what? I can say Pepe, not in uppercase it seems. Nightbot so mean. Nightbot is so mean bot. Well, there's a capture we didn't talk about, which is bishop takes g7. That's bullshit. Okay, we didn't talk about bishop takes g7, and I thought, okay, that's not a capture, but it is a capture. Such a mini face. What? My face? Bishop takes g7, pretty much forcing knight takes g7, so that's a forcing move. I should calculate that before calculating other moves. Bishop takes d7, I'm saying it forces knight takes d7 because all the discovers are terrible, and the only way to block would be giving up a bishop, I think. Knight but not your face. Oh, thank you. Does knight but have a face? Oh yes, look at that. What? Nightbot is so cooperative sometimes. You heard Nightbot, you heard. So bishop takes d7. I think black has nothing but taking it. And then, well, there's f6, because then bishop takes f6 is not checkmate. But king f7, bishop takes e7, yeah, I stop calculating there. So bishop takes d7 forces knight takes d7. Then knight takes e7 check, queen takes e7, f6, winning the queen. I think that's a forced line that wins material, and by material I mean the queen. So I think that has to be it. And I might be wrong, so I will go over the line again to be sure. But this is where the tactic, this is where I appreciate having a method to the tactics. And I appreciate a lot what I learned from the great Spanish Grandmaster Jesus de la Villa when he talks about this, first considering the most forcing moves. I keep repeating this every time, but if I calculate bishop takes d7, which is a forcing move, very forcing move, because it's a capture and it's a checkmate threat. So that's pretty much the most forcing move I can do in this position. If I calculate that move first, I have no need to calculate the complications of f6, even if f6 wins. If I calculate this and it works, then I don't need to calculate anything else. So bishop takes d7. What can black do besides knight takes bishop? The threat is bishop f6 checkmate in 2. Well, bishop g5 is probably the most interesting, because f6 we take with check, king f7 we take this bishop, a lot of material. We regain the piece, but after the queen moves we will have, well, maybe it's not the end of the line actually. We only regain the piece. So bishop takes f7, f6, bishop takes e7, f6. Okay, that's interesting. So we take 2 pawns, check, and a piece. We take 2 pawns and a piece. King is exposed, so we regain our piece, we take two additional points, king is exposed, and then we probably can save our exchange on f1 and keep attacking the king. And actually we can take on f8, so yeah, that seems pretty winning. That seems pretty winning. Yeah. So if not f6, then bishop g5. Any other move doesn't stop checkmate. Well, yes, there's another move. h6 or h5, let's say h5. Creating the most space possible, but again, check, king goes, bishop takes e7, bishop takes f8. Yeah, that's brutal. So bishop takes g7, bishop g5. I guess just bishop f6. Well, bishop takes f6, is that winning? Or knight f6 check first? No, that's not working. Bishop back to h6, h4. Okay, bishop f6, knight takes f6, knight takes, queen takes g5, check, king h8, knight takes f6. It's not immediate mate. We won a piece, our piece back. But even though it's not immediate mate, I think queen h6, queen takes h7 mate is unstoppable. So okay, that wasn't easy. That wasn't obvious. Bishop takes d7, bishop g5, bishop f6, threatening checkmates and queen. So pretty much only move that doesn't lose the queen is knight takes f6. Queen takes g5 check, king h8 only move, knight takes f6. And okay, we don't have an immediate threat, but queen h6, queen takes h7 is a checkmate in 2 threat that I don't see him stopping unless he goes bishop h5. And after queen h6, bishop g6, pawn takes bishop. Queen cannot take the knight because the knight would be defended by a rook. Okay, that was an interesting line to c2. And that leaves us with what seemed the forcing move, knight takes d7. Okay, knight takes g7, knight takes e7 check. And now if queen takes, which seems the move, then f6 wins the queen, because it's a checkmate threat and the queen. However, after bishop takes, knight takes e7 check, he can try king h8. Right? King h8. And what do we do? How do we win? I'm thinking that maybe we don't in that specific position. So therefore we need to change the move order, I think. Bishop takes d7, knight takes g7, and we tried one forcing move, knight takes e7, but it's not forcing enough. He's not forced to take it because he was a piece up already. But there's another forcing move, f6, in that position that is creating a checkmate threat. So that is really forcing. f6, bishop takes f6, knight takes f6 check, king h8 only move. And then, well, only move if he doesn't want to give up the queen. And then queen h4, threatening queen takes h7 mate. If he doesn't want to lose the queen, I think the only move is h5. h5, we cannot take it because the bishop defends, but we can go queen g5 with the threat of queen h6 with checkmates. He has to give up the queen, I think. So yeah, bishop takes, knight takes, and f6 in that moment. we win the queen. It's interesting to know that to note that knight takes e7 doesn't win. Okay, so I think I've seen all of them. You don't have to discover after bishop takes e7 if he threatens your queen. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point to test, but I guess knight f6 wins in that position. But yeah, I totally missed that move, and that reminds me of, well, these positions when we miss moves. It's important to respect the opponent's options. Yeah, that's true. All the discover attacks work because the queen is not attacked. So bishop h4, that's a move that I totally missed. But thankfully we have knight f6 check in response to that. Knight f6 check, totally forced move, taking the knight. Oh, but he takes with something that is not the bishop. What am I thinking? No, we don't have knight f6 check. He has both queen takes and knight takes. So so maybe I got all the line wrong. Maybe bishop takes d7 doesn't work after all. What is this for? What is what for, Sivanetti? I like take the bishop with check. Yeah, that's something I was thinking. This is for learning. I like the stream. Something I was thinking when we were seeing bishop takes g7, knight takes, and then knight takes e7, he didn't have to take. I was thinking maybe we should change the move order. So I tried f6 instead. But I thought in the back of my head that a way to change the move order is to start with knight takes e7 check, of course. So knight takes e7 check, and if he takes, we go bishop takes d7, leading to the same position, but now there's no bishop g5, there's no bishop h4, so pretty much bishop f6 is a winning threat, and there's no way to threaten our queen because queen e5, bishop takes queen, and if f6, bishop takes f6 wins the queen, so it's much easier to calculate now all those options. So knight takes d7 forced, then f6. So yeah, this makes life easy if he takes. So now we need to see what happens after knight takes king h8, which is the only other legal move. But I guess taking on g7. Let's see. Bishop takes g7. Now this is forced. Then f6. How is this different? It is. Yeah, maybe it's not bishop takes g7 the move. So knight takes e7 check, king h8 has to be the move. And how do we do that? f6. f6 seems like a checkmate threat. It seems like a checkmate threat, but he can take our bishop, right? He can take our bishop, and we don't have a checkmate there, which is unfortunate. Oh wait, do we have? No, we don't. I thought we might have some queen c3 ideas. So knight takes, king there. Let's stop there and think. After check, if bishop takes g. Okay, let's calculate that. Bishop takes g7, knight takes. Yeah, let's take it from there. Not sure how to continue there. Like now f6 is not a checkmate threat because the knight wouldn't be pinned as it was with the king on g8. So that's the problem of starting with the knight check. But after king h8, f6 is not... I mean, bishop takes, knight takes, f6, he can just move the knight. Back to e8, maybe, to defend g7. So let's think. Knight takes, king h8. Maybe it's not starting with knight takes e7 either. Knight takes, then back the bishop to g5. After king h8. After king h8, back the bishop. Oof, that feels a bit artificial and slow. So yeah, you're threatening knight g6, but let's say f6, and probably f6 is not the only move. f6, there might be knight g6. Hey Joey, Ufda, what happened? How's the arena going? You don't suck, Rayclay. So maybe in the end f6 is going to be the move, but that's the least obvious of the options because it's not so forcing. Let's go with this again. Knight takes e7, king h8. I quit a while ago. Oh, I was I've just been listening to you doing crazy house puzzles. Me? These are not crazy house puzzles. These are standard chess puzzles. You need to reset your brain. You're doing them. So you're following some studies, some crazy house studies. I've done once one. It would be nice if you send me the link if you're following a crazy house puzzle study. Or where do you find them? Can you send me a message on Lead Chess with the link to the study? Because I would love to practice also. Okay, guys. So bishop takes g7 has the problem of bishop h4, and the queen doesn't have a good square to keep the threats. Maybe queen c3, but then there's no action on the g5. Knight takes e7 check has the problem of king h8. I missed all of what you said. Nice. No, I just said, where do you find those crazy house puzzles? If you are following a Lichess study with them, I said maybe if you can send me a message on Lichess with the link to the study, it would be nice because I would love to do them too. Did you miss it again? Okay, knight takes e7 has the problem, air quotes, problem of king h8 because we're not coming up with the follow-up there, but it's definitely a promising line. It's definitely a promising line. What else? Okay, I see you sent me the okay, thank you. Oh, but this is not only chess, this is not a study, right? It's a website. Oh, cool. Cool. Our rook is under pressure. Yeah, but I don't care about the rook when I'm trying to checkmate. They're just passes. Oh, that's so great. Where did you find this? That's great. I will try that after this. Right after this. Passes for variants. For any variants? Oh, that's cool. I should stream that. Yeah, okay, I'm not so concerned about the rook, but of course, if the best line we find is like taking a couple of pieces, then I'm concerned. I mean, I would love either to checkmate or take the queen, or a lot of material. So either we improve the line bishop takes e7, bishop h4, or we improve the line knight takes e7, king h8, or we find another idea like f6 first. So f6, what would be our threat? Well, our threat is basically checkmate threat. We have knight takes e7, king h8, bishop takes e7, or even queen takes. That would be fancy, and it's a checkmate. So f6 is definitely is threatening checkmate. It is. If bishop takes, knight takes check. If he does not want to allow mate on g7 or lose the queen, he has to go king h8. But then knight takes e8 is threatening mate, and it's an unstoppable one, right? It's not very stoppable. Well, there's g6. Ah, g6, queen c3. Haha. Queen c3, then f6, then bishop takes rook, probably. Because if queen takes knight, then queen takes f6, queen g7 mate. Okay. So that line might work. Maybe after just f6, maybe after f6, he just has to give up the bishop, give up the queen, we take, and rook, 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 we have a queen for a bishop. Okay, maybe he can take another piece after king h8. No, he can't. King h8, rook f2, hitting this guy. I'm sorry, because I know some of you, I think it was pawn sacrifice, where when the puzzle popped out, he said f6. And yeah, it's like when John Jong is here in the chat and he says f6, next puzzle. But yeah, I didn't see the f6 was threatening checkmate, but it is. So it's really forcing. Just had a good feeling about f6, didn't calculate. Okay. Because one way to stop it is, of course, g6, but then we take everything. Yeah. So f6, I think f6. f6, bishop takes f6, knight takes f6 check. King h8, knight takes e8. And then that line is not entirely over. That line is not entirely over. Bishop takes, knight takes, king h8, knight takes e8. Not entirely over, but we're threatening checkmate on g7, so still cannot take on f1. I guess g6, and then I'm not sure if bishop g7 first, or bishop takes rook first, or queen c3 first. Maybe there are more than one way to win in that position. It seems really strong already. Pawn sack, pawn sack. Okay, I'm gonna go for f6, and I'm gonna take here. Although I'm thinking, wait, can I take with the rook? But that's not more so forcing, right? Okay. Okay, and now, if this was crazy house, I would take on g7, but I think knight takes e8 has to be. There's no point in taking on g7. Oh, there is a point in taking on g7, guys. There is definitely a point in taking on g7. Look at that. Maybe it's an easier line. Takes, knight takes g7, queen h4, threatening mating 1. I think h5 is the only move. h5 is the only move that prevents the mate, besides sacrificing the queen, right? So h5, queen g5, how do you stop queen h6 with checkmate? You can stop it for one move with knight f5, then rook takes f5. Bishop takes d7, guys, which suggests that knight takes e8 might have a problem, and I don't know what the problem is, because pawn takes bishop, there's queen g7 mate. It's tricky. No, knight takes e8. Oof, this is tricky. I like take the knight first. Yeah, but bishop takes e7 is forced. It's a forced win unless I'm missing something. It's a forced either checkmate in 4 or we win the queen. Take the knight first just wins material. I'm not sure that this wins material. Let me remind you, we're material down. Then swoop in with the queen. Okay, guys. Okay. Knight takes e8, g6. Where is the immediate win? Yeah, but if bishop g7, then knight takes. Yes? Bishop takes g7. Knight takes is the only legal move. Then queen h4. Ah, I thought h5 was the only move, but I was wrong. Bishop h5. Bishop h5. And then it's not. Then it's not so easy. Huh. Logan, thanks for the follow. Yeah, it seems also very, very pleasant, but it's not so easy. It's not so easy. So I'm gonna take on e8, I think. Yeah, queen h4, bishop h5, and maybe, I mean, after bishop g7, knight takes g7, queen h4, bishop h5, maybe still queen g5 with ideas, but no, it's not so easy at all. At all. Yeah. Cool. 2589. 1 point. Yes. Yes. Let's show the lines in the analysis board, because we talked about many lines. Why are those so hard? Terrible. Yeah, this was a bit harder than some 3000 rated puzzles. Because, yeah, choosing the moves, there are so many tempting options. Like f6, yeah, was very natural to think about. Knight takes, and also bishop takes. And thankfully, after I was done with my calculations of this line, thankfully you mentioned this option of bishop h4, because I think it's the only one that makes this line fail. So I was very, very close to playing bishop takes g7. And yeah, of course, after bishop h4, white has a problem. But if not for this move, all the rest is terrible for black. Of course, this loses the queen to f6, so he would try this. And here, what did I think here? I can't remember. Was this a line I was trying to do? Ah, no, because this didn't work. Then I decided to take first on e7, right? And yeah, again, if he takes, then we should be winning. But if he goes here, how do we proceed? Okay, I'm not gonna show all the lines. I'm not gonna show all of them. But what was a fine line that I thought I should show this later? I thought about a funny line. What was it? c3, something related to queen c3? Could be. In which line was that? Can't remember. Okay, never mind. So f6, bishop takes f6 forced, knight takes f6 check, king h8 forced. Yeah, here if he tries to win material we don't allow, so that's nice. So he has to go here before any moves. Before any moves. Let's show this, by the way. This seemed so strong, but bishop h5. Annoying. Annoying because, yeah, if h5, definitely we should be winning. And after bishop h5, it's unlucky we have a pawn on e4 because queen e4 still would be a good move. No, bishop g6. I think some line with g6 was the one I calculated that was funny. Some line with g6. Oh, there were the lines with f6 also. Like when I calculated this, there was f6, check, here, take, queen move. Yeah, but this line is more or less trivial. And there the line with h5. No, but then that was the same. That was the same. Takes and takes. Yeah. So what else did I see? Bishop g5. Yeah, I also saw this line. And here I thought, yeah, that was, yeah, this was an interesting line. Yeah, I remember having calculated this, and I wasn't sure bishop f6 was the best move. Maybe there's h4 or some other ideas, or even f6. But here I calculated this. I mean, threatening the queen, threatening queen takes g5. If this, we take a queen, so this is a forced move. Queen takes, we take with the knight, of course. So this is a forced move. Check here, and here I thought this. And I calculated up to here, and I said, okay, we don't have an immediate one move attack, but we have a two moves checkmate threat that can't be stopped. And this was important because at this point I stopped calculating, even though I wasn't sure bishop f6 was the best move. If we see it wins, it wins. Which reminds me, this principle that when you're calculating, you don't need to see all of your options, but you definitely need to see all of your opponent's options. So, okay, in this case it can be the best. But yeah, when you reach to a point when you see a winning line, even though it's not the easiest and you think there might be a shorter one, if you see a win, you only need one win per game. But your opponent's move, you need to explore all of them. And in my first calculation I missed bishop h4, and that would be unfortunate. Okay. Very interesting puzzle, yeah. Interesting, like for calculation practice. I might use it. Too. Okay. Let's continue. We did two puzzles already. Let's go with the third one. Okay. What do we have in this position? We are a rook down. We are a rook down for a pawn, but our opponent is giving up a piece. It's a desperado because we're threatening his queen, so he's threatening our queen, and okay, some crazy stuff is going on. What happens if we take the bishop? Well, then we're gonna apparently win an exchange, and the outcome is gonna be equal material, just a pawn up. So, for example, if we take the bishop, and let's say he moves the queen to a not very attacking square, we take the rook, he takes our knight. It's pretty equalish, just a pawn up, but nothing special. But position at this very point is crazy because this is attacked, so this is hanging, this is hanging, this is hanging, and also this king is a bit exposed, so that could be used, right? So taking advantage of the fact that the queen is attacked, can we move our queen to make a strong threat? Well, the obvious move would be to take the bishop. But yeah, this puzzle is a bit confusing because I'm not really sure what's white's idea. And why did white play bishop takes g5? Maybe there was a bishop on g5. Can I see what was there? Oh, there was a rook. Okay, that explains everything. Oh, there's a move we didn't... We for sure we need to calculate is knight takes queen. So I'm going to start calculating that because that's first one. Bishop takes queen. And I stop there. I stop there. Okay. What else? Maybe we don't need to take the rook. So maybe we need to find some idea, some attacking idea instead of taking the rook. So let's say queen takes bishop. Why not? Because why not? Well, actually that gives us access to h4, but pawn takes gives us access to h6. So the difference might be with queen takes, we're totally sure we access the h-file because he has to move the queen and he has no way to control h4, although he can block on h3 after queen f3. No, he can't because we have a bishop. So we can gain access to the h-file for sure, while after pawn takes maybe queen h5 prevent us from doing check on h6 or h8, which anyway I'm not sure what's the deal after king g1. Ah, there's knight e2 check idea. So we want to check on h5. So is that it? Aha. But it would be nice to check on h5. So queen takes g5. Let's say let's say a stupid move. Let's say queen c2. Then queen h5 check, knight e2 wins the queen. So queen takes g5. I think he has to play queen f3. I don't see any other move well, no, he has to control. Yeah, he has to prevent queen h5. Yeah, he has to prevent queen h5. But then we have bishop g4. Then we have bishop g4, and how is he gonna stop queen h5 followed by knight e2? He doesn't even have a check, right? I've gotta go make some dinner and finish an article. Okay. I hope you have a great night. Thanks for the streaming. Thank you, Joy. Thanks for the streaming. Thank you for being there now. And I hope you have a great dinner. And I hope you do great with the article, which I'm sure you will. See you later. Have a great night. See you. see you, my beauty. What was the command? Yeah. Okay. This seems winning, guys. This seems winning. I mean, we know the position is winning because this is a puzzle, but what I mean is the line we saw seems winning. So queen takes g5, queen f3, bishop g4. Ah, there's still queen g3. Look at that. Then we go 92. Yeah, okay, not so easy. Not so easy, guys. Ah. So we go queen h4 and bishop g4. So yes, so easy. So Nightbot is in love with both of you. Yeah, Nightbot is. Queen c2 doesn't work, Jim, because of queen h5 check 92, and we win the queen. But after queen takes g5, queen f3, queen h4 check, there's no way to block because the bishop protects h3. So king g1, then bishop g4, that wins the queen because 92 if the queen moves, and queen has no checks. So it's a 3 moves puzzle. It's not so complicated. It's pretty much about exploring the options, I think. And once you see that the knight doesn't really want to take here, but what it wants is to create a checkmate threat, then it's not so difficult, right? So I'm gonna do it. Now this is the tough part. Bishop g4 doesn't work. It seems very promising, but it doesn't. So queen h4 first, and then bishop g4, and he has to give up the queen after 92 check. Yeah. And we got another point. Yes. Great. Let me put the 2 lines on the board because this wasn't very complex. San Luis is streaming. I'll never beat you again. Oh, because I'm doing the puzzles. Okay. Okay, yeah, realizing queen h5 check would be killing. That was the key idea. So we see first the solution. Queen f3, trying to avoid queen h5, but queen h4 check is enough because bishop g4 helps to protect e2. And yeah, so this was the solution. Nothing could be done. But we could go wrong. We could try here bishop g4, which seemed nice because now queen moves, and we're going to have queen h5 and 92 anyway. The problem is queen g3 and queen h2. So we don't win here. The queen fails no matter what. Yeah. And also important was to know that even though queen takes g5 seems a bit artificial to go to the h file like that, I mean, this is natural. Pawn to the center, having access to the h file this way. The problem here is queen h5. I think it's the only move. Or, well, no, queen f3 here could also work. Yeah, queen f3 could work too. But yeah, queen h5. Queen h5 just simpler. And there's no check on the h. This might work too, because after this check, there's no bishop g4. But okay, white is already asking for trouble here. This might still survive, but queen h5 easier here. And yeah, that was it. Knight takes, bishop takes, doesn't lead anywhere. So that was easy to discard. Oh, right, next puzzle. So we went down 8 points, then we went up 1, up 1. Let's do 2 more. And so that would be 1 more and 1 more. Okay, now we're in check, but wouldn't it be nice to answer a check with a check. So that's the first move that comes to mind, of course. We don't have a lot of options though. Any other option, to be honest. But yeah, we have another one, Queen F1, that is probably the winning. So, okay, interesting puzzle, but we have two options. Right? There's no other. There's no other way. So the good thing, the bad thing about Rook F1 check is after King H8, a rook is pinned on F1, so we cannot take on F8 with checkmate. It's pretty straightforward, but you have to make the correct choice. Yeah, as usual. So Queen F1, the good part is if he takes, he's checkmated. Rook check, King H8, rook takes rook mate. The other good thing is we're threatening rook takes F8 checkmate. What's the bad thing? Nah, I guess that's winning, so there's no bad thing. If rook takes F7, we have rook A8 with mate. And how else will he prevent rook takes F8 with mate? Well, he can try to defend the rook, but the only piece that can defend... Well, he can try an F2 check, but then rook takes F2 check and we win, so that's not an option. Defending the rook, then we take it anyway because it's checkmate, because it's double check. Yeah, it's really straightforward, and yeah, this is a puzzle maybe to use for I don't know, for I would say for beginners. Like I mean, it's not really complicated. Oh, he stopped the mate. We didn't see this coming. Because we're eventually gonna lose the queen, right? So now, no, we didn't see this. Rook takes F8 seems good, but do we have something better? It would be so nice to control H7 and checkmate anyway. So the puzzle seemed straightforward, but rook takes F8, King H7, Bishop G8 check, maybe. Bishop G8, the idea is if King H8, then Bishop E6, Bishop F5. Rook A8 also? Nah. Oh boy. Rook F5 check. Rook F4 check. Look at that move. Rook F4 check. King H7. Queen takes C1. Then he takes on F4. Not good. So rook takes. King here. Whoa, Todd, man. Hello. Hey. Welcome. Welcome, people. The toddlers are loose. Who's the new king of the stream? Tell me, who's the new one? Camel Clutcher, is it you? I think you were in the lead last time I checked. Are you the new king of the stream? Hey, Toddman. You're still the king. All right. All right. All hail King Camel. That's because I didn't play, right? We're doing some tactics here. We're doing some not so easy tactics. In fact, this tactic seemed easy, and we did the first move that was obvious, that was putting the queen to hang, and it was like, okay, this is an obvious move. Now we're in the second move, and we need to calculate a bit. Discover check rook to f5. Be careful, Ray Clay. Be careful. Smack talking. The Great Toddman is raiding again. I have 2 notifications of the raid. Thanks for the raid, Toddman. Pepe wouldn't have won it because no berserk allowed. Oh, Goku. Okay, that is right. I mean, if no berserk allowed, you're playing against me. That's an anti-Pepe rule. Look at my mousepad. Look at my mouse pad, guys. If I don't berserk, I'm not myself. Salty, hello. How you doing? Maybe I need some help with these puzzles. Okay, rook f5 check, said Ray Clay. The problem with that check is we're interested in checkmating or grabbing a lot of material. Our queen is hanging, and that has to be noted. So, yeah, rook f5 is probably a bad move. I thought rook f4 maybe to take the rook on c1 and save our queen. But then he takes a rook on f4. Takes a rook on f4. And we might still win. We have a passer, but it's not the easiest to assess. It's an option. Now rook takes rook is the obvious. It's double check. The other double check doesn't feel appealing to me. And this check wins a rook. Oh! What about this, guys? Rook c7 check and queen takes c1. We end up a full rook up. Knight f2 check, king g1, knight h3 check. Is a draw. No. Okay, it was beautiful until it wasn't. Ah, look at that. Rook c7 check, king h8, queen takes c1, knight f2 check, king g1, knight h3 check. King has to go back to h1 because there's a rook on f8. Terrible. That would be a draw. I haven't done chess.com tactics for months due to puzzle rush. I actually do, thanks to puzzle, well, not thanks, but what I do in these sessions is my puzzle rush and my 5 tactics. So I do everything I can do per day, being a non-paying user, which is fine, don't get me wrong. It takes more than 1 hour every day that I do. So rook takes rook check. Let's go there. Okay. And now I will give the queen for a rook. You said rook a8. Oh my god, Pepe. What happens, Jim? What happens, Jim? Rook a8. Rook a8, what? Oh, rook a8 here. But the problem is the king is not checkmated. But yeah, that's definitely a way to nothing. It's a way to nothing because rook takes a8 is possible. I thought it was a way to trade the queen for the 2 rooks. Queen takes c1. Yes, queen takes c1. Jim is probably the right way to do it, because then there's no knight f2, knight h3 business. Yeah, queen takes c1. Well, if we can find a win, then we have a draw as a bait out. No, it has to be a win. No, queen takes c1. Once you see, this is one of those passes where the solution might not be obvious, although you know where the pattern, where the things are. But once you see it, it's pretty clear. Queen takes c1. We just took a rook. We just took a free rook, and there's no way black can take it back. And the queen is attacked on g5. So if, for example, rook takes f7, we take on f7 and take on g5. So queen takes c1. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, because after queen takes c1, in this very moment, if he goes knight f2 check, the rook still blocked on f8, so we go rook takes f2 with check, and then we take the queen. It's different than when the rook was on c7 and there was knight f2, knight h3, even though the queen is hanging on g5. Completely different idea from what I looked at the beginning. Yeah, what like one move earlier, we were so happy that, okay, queen f1 is such an obvious move and we did it. And now we're here and it's not so obvious, queen takes e1, until you see it, of course. Thanks, Jim. 5 points, yeah. I mean, so far the passes were -8, +1, +1, and now finally +5. Yeah, thank you, Jim. I need your help. So let me show the puzzle from the beginning, which was this position. For those of you who came with the raid in the second move. So in this position, we're in check, so we don't have a lot of options. So we were absolutely sure that either rook f1 or queen f1 has to be the move. And very fast we see rook f1, king h8, the rook is pinned, so we cannot checkmate on f8. So it has to be queen f1, and it seemed like a very easy puzzle until, like, I mean, we're threatening the rook on c1, we're threatening rook takes f8, and oh, the puzzle jumped somehow. And then h5, no longer checkmate threats, because we thought if rook takes f7 we have rook a8, and then h5, and yeah, queen takes e1. Great, great. Let's go for the last one. Last puzzle. Okay, more heavies. Rooks and queens are tricky. Well, obviously there are some themes with this game being exposed, and some ideas like queen h8, or even some crazy ideas like rook g8, because the queen is good in this diagonal too. Okay, some ideas also like rook takes f7, rook g7. Well, is that checkmate? wait. Check. I mean, if it's checkmate, then it's done. So check. Let's calculate first the line of the force. Queen h8, king e7, rook takes f7, king takes f7, queen g8, king e7 only move, rook g7, and queen f7 is mate. Queen g8, that was key. That was a key move. Oh, and the next one was mate. Okay. Yeah, that's how you do tactics, guys. No, I mean, this puzzle is probably also a good one for my students, because I tell them to no more puzzles. Well, five per day here. I could do more on Lichess or any other place, but not here. I enjoyed my 5 puzzles and finally got a bit up the rating. -8 +13, so we got +5. So we were on 29.48. We are in 29.53. Yes. That's why I hate these sites. I don't hate it because I've spent probably more than 1 hour already, and I think that's a good limit. I mean, as much as I believe you should do tactics more or less on a daily basis, or if possible every day, you also shouldn't spend a lot of time. And I prefer to spend 1 hour in 5 puzzles than spending that same hour in 20 puzzles or 50 puzzles or puzzle rush and stuff like that. I think I learned more of this, and I fixed some concepts, like, for example, in which order to calculate. And this puzzle, for example, was very clear. It didn't take me long to solve, because the first move you should consider is the strongest one, and this gives only one option to our opponent, and then this gives only one option to our opponent, then this gives one option. So that's the kind of line you can calculate in seconds, And if it doesn't work, okay, it doesn't work, but it gives you some ideas too. And in this case, it worked. So the key point maybe was this position, realizing queen g8 is the best check, because here we have several options. We have rook g7, we have queen g7, queen h7, queen g8. The endgame ones are by far the hardest. Yeah, it's a pity we didn't get any endgame today. I think we didn't, right? Ah, yeah, the first one. We got the first one, the one that I failed. I can show it for you because that was funny. That was the only endgame, but it was not the typical endgame. Yeah, only one. I enjoy a lot the endgames. I love them. Those puzzles are the hardest, but at the same time you can solve them usually. Just by calculating. They can be calculated more. Like in complex positions like this with heavy pieces, you cannot see everything, so you apply your heuristics, your methods to go for the promising lines first, but you cannot calculate all the possibilities. Like, I mean, like if at some point you calculate a quiet move, then you need to consider a lot of like how many moves has every piece. But in endgames, you might be able to calculate pretty much a lot of what's going on in the position. Blazing Heart for you, thanks for the follow. They're good in normal tactics puzzles, but terrible to get in Puzzle Rush. Oh, yeah, I understand. If you get one of them in Puzzle Rush, you're screwed, right? Okay, let me stop in this position. In this position, basically I considered this check and this check before I considered queen g8, and it's interesting how brain works. I didn't consider queen h7 at all, which is funny because it's very logical, because after king up we have a checkmate construction, but yeah, it has time to block with rook or queen. But yeah, queen h7 would be a normal move to think about. Maniac PT22, thanks for the follow. Hope you like the stream. So yeah, I discarded this because it doesn't feel right. But the first one I thought was this one. Oh, I cannot. I need to go to the analysis board. Sorry. Give me a second. I thought I could put moves. Rook g7 was the obvious / natural. Yeah, the natural to calculate first was this for me. But yeah, there might be mate from this point on, but it's not so clear now how, because the king starts escaping, and this is the problem that when he gets here, now suddenly these squares are not available because he's getting closer to his pieces. So I stopped here actually. I remember having this position in my head, and then all the discoveries, yeah, they're interesting, but we already sacrificed a rook. So for example, this wouldn't make any sense. And this trapping the king might lead to checkmate too. Might. But just because we're repeating the position. And after this we win. But yeah, we're basically repeating the position. This was the position after queen h8 check. After rook takes f7 check. And then queen g8. And then it's obviously mate because king f6, queen g7 mate, so king here, rook check, and the puzzle stopped here, but of course king f6, the mate is queen f7. Cool. Okay, so I'm done with the tactics, but I've been told there's this nice website to do variance tactics, and I think I want to give it a try. I cannot. My idea was to do these tactics and go to sleep, but now that I know that exists, I cannot go to sleep. You know. so I will do that. Even with your game tomorrow, I don't have a game tomorrow, Joanna. What game? What game are you talking about? What game are you talking about? It's Thursday, but I don't have a game this week anyway. I don't have game this Saturday. I think I already told you. Never mind me. No worries. I mean, I know you don't want me to train, but if this is more than than one variant, I will do puzzles of other variants instead of just Crazy House. So let me see. I should change the title of the stream, maybe. Title variants puzzles. Login or register. You really love it. Okay, wait, am I already registered? I don't think so, but maybe I am. I don't think so. Did I? Ta-da-da. I agree. I'm not a robot. Let me sign up. If it says I already have account, that would be strange, because I don't remember this site. The username is already taken. All right, let me log in. Maybe it's strange. Okay. Yeah, I attempted 7 puzzles. When did that happen? When did that happen? From maybe I was here at the beginning of this website. I can't remember. There's more than right way to go sometimes. More than one right way, but they give you. Okay, anti-chess, atomic, crazy house, king of the hill, 3 check, horde, and racing kings. There's more than. Yeah. But they give you the. I mean, if you have more than one way, you can. They give you the puzzle as solved, right? Or only you need to find the best way. I mean, in Crazy House, it's very normal that you have many winning options in a winning position. Which site is this? This site is if you get it in the same amount of moves. Like if it's checkmating 5 in different ways. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. This is chessvariants.training. Let me share in the chat. Okay. And let me try, I don't know. Should I start with... Oh, there's no chess 960, but there's an option here to play chess 960, but not to do puzzles, right? So let's try 3 check, Orde, or Racing Kings. Let's try 3 check, Orde. 3 check, Orde. Let's start with 3 check. What? I thought this would go to some puzzles. No, it goes to the rules. Let me go back. Oh, sorry, I need to minimize this to be able... no, because it was a new tab. I've only done the Crazy House once. Okay, but where are the puzzles? Puzzles, here. Aha, now I can check. Okay. Okay, 3 check. All right. Okay, can you see the? Let me try to make the big the big. I'm trying to make the board bigger. Well, the website bigger in general, so that you see the. This is too much, but I want a big board for you. Okay, a bit too much, but at least the board is bigger. Okay, find the best move. And this was 3 check. And how many checks? Ah, at the pastle's initial position, white delivered 1 checks and black delivered 0. So white wins with 2 checks. Okay, we have 2 checks already, don't we? Well, there's the option to start with bishop d7, but then king d8, or knight g7. Knight g7 is totally, it's a check in the next move, yeah. Cool, cool. And I have a puzzle rating now. These are going to be too easy for you. I don't know. It almost failed already. Next puzzle. White delivered 0 and black delivered 2. So we're under threat. Bishop takes d7 is a threat, but the king cannot move. So we better do checks here or eliminate the threat. No. White delivered 0. Black delivered 2. We're 1 check away. Okay. This might not be that easy because we don't have checks here. Yeah, this one is not so easy. I would probably allow 1 check to take a bishop. But which one? Because, for example, king f8, bishop e7 check, and the king is not really great on the f file, I think. Queen f5. Seems a bit too much. I don't think in this position we should be trying to check. Ah, yes, we have 2 checks. Yes, you're right, Goku. You're right. So, again, we already have 2 checks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, queen f5, queen f5, queen f5, and king g1. I mean, queen f5, he can go bishop d7, of course, but then king g1, maybe, then bishop takes e5, and that's it. Okay. Bishop takes e5, right? Yeah. Success, rar. And can we see the rating of the puzzle? Yeah, the puzzle rating was 1300. Well, it's not so easy for me. I mean, okay, 0 checks for each side. So bishop takes f2 is claiming to be played, screaming to be played. Bishop takes f2, rook takes, I guess. We can start with bishop takes. And of course king takes would be a blunder. Rook takes or king h1. King h1 seems suspicious. Well, I think bishop takes is a no-brainer because otherwise d4 is going to be played. So that check we need to do. We need to do that check. And then rook takes f2. I'm so bad at 3 check, it seems. 95 maybe? Aha, yeah, 95. So I would start with bishop f2, and then if rook f2, or if not, but if rook f2, 95, king h1. Try crazy house, it's way funner than this. Okay, I'm gonna try crazy house after this one. Okay, let's try to make it. A 95, I thought. And success, rawr. Nice. Okay. Okay, let's try Crazy House. Rawr. Try order as well. Yeah, I'm gonna try everything. Whoa, look at that, the pieces I have out of the board. And I can drop them, yeah. Um, so it's white to move? Yeah, white to move. Okay, I want to drop something on f6 or h6. I have two knights. Okay, so, so we're totally winning here. Knight to h6 seems winning. Knight to h6 he has to take. We have a queen in hand too. This is too easy. I think knight h6 first and then knight f6. But knight f6 first should also work. All the pawn takes, knight h6, king g7. No, knight h6 is the easiest, I think. Oh, pawn is the same, right? It's the same pawn as bishop, yeah. Okay, cool. Can I explore lines after solving it? Can I try? No, I cannot. Okay. See, so fun. Yeah. So this is why you're getting stronger, huh? You're doing this. Aha. I see. I retried them a few times and tried different options. Cool, 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 cool. So here I guess it's white to move. Yeah. Well, I assume if it's black, they reverse the board. So we don't have knights. That's a pity. But we have rook, bishop, and two pawns. Rook, bishop, and two pawns. We have this check here. It's interesting. We have rook. Rook can drop anywhere. He has queen and three pawns. So I'm thinking any move is good. Rook g1 has to be good. No, but I guess we have to checkmate. Knight f5. We can sack the queen too. John is hyped again with the crazy gas position on board and not having to play standard. Yeah. Well, knight f5 if he goes up, we have rook h6, and then we can sack one queen. So knight f5 is really, really, really tempting. Knight f5. If king f7, we have the same. And if he goes down, we have pawns. I'm gonna try knight f5. I think it's really promising. Yeah, going down was probably the toughest. Or maybe not so tough. Queen takes knight. Rawr. Queen takes knight is interesting, but it gives initiative. So, oh, the other knight. Oh, I didn't see this one. Oh, come on, that's too obvious. Check. First, I would need to close that. Check, check. Almost. Check, check. So I'm thinking rook here. But then king f7, he has g6. And this I didn't think. Okay, I'm sure knight h6 has to win, but I want to be clever here. I want to be clever here. h6, then f7, and then what? Then after he takes a rook, I still don't control e8 after that. I would nice to have another knight. No, I'm thinking g7 with the bishop. No, g7 with the rook is interesting. I'm thinking this would be really nice if it works. Let me calculate again. King f7 only move. Because if he takes, I have the sexy mate. I'm removing the e8 escape square. That's what I'm trying to do. To have the checkmate. And if he goes king f7 only move, then I have knight at d6 or queen takes. No. No, he's escaping there. I have bishop h5. He blocks. And then knight check. Pawn check and pawn checkmate. But maybe that's not the shortest. Okay, this is a sexy one, but I'm not sure if it works. King f7. How do I remove the e8 square? I have two pawns also. So maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe it's easy. Maybe it's easier than I thought. Yeah, okay, let's go for it. Let's pass it fate. But you can keep making moves to solve it. Okay, let's try the sexy one. It's not working. Interesting. So you you keep trying until you get it. Okay. Okay. But then I'm not really learning. Check there, check. I'm still struggling thinking why the other lines didn't work. I guess this is shorter, right? I mean, you need to give the shortest line, right? Oh, there's 96, yeah. If he doesn't take. Cool. Cool. Look at that. Okay, it's white to move? Yeah, and I have nothing in hand. Look at that. Okay, now we're talking. I have nothing in hand, now we're talking. And he has 3 pawns, 3 knights, and a bishop. So the obvious move wins on the spot, right? And wait. Yeah. The rating doesn't matter. I know, I know. This is a very typical theme when you're trying to checkmate someone. Instead of rook f8, what's interesting, rook f8? But first you check to make something block here, and then the king cannot run. So this is the escape square. If we check here, the king escapes there. So first you check in that line, and then after he blocks, he's trapped. But in this case, rook f8 was interesting but not winning, because we have nothing to drop. So we have to go for this one. Next puzzle. 2 knights and a bishop. But now we're black, right? We're black. So we have 2 pawns, 2 knights, and 2 bishops. Well, pawn at d2 is interesting. Knight at f3. He's threatening checkmates also, so we better do checks. Pawn at d2 is really interesting. So pawn at d2, if king goes here, he's checkmated, so king has to go there, or take. If he takes the queen, he's checkmated. So pawn here, king f1. Then what? 93, I don't believe it. Bishop at c4 maybe. Because there's no interesting check for him. So I'm gonna start trying. Okay. Now I should solve it first. Yeah, I should stop throwing pieces. ¿Qué pasó, Vito? Huh. Okay. I'm too tired. That's the problem. I was tired, that's why I did tactics, and I take too long with them, more than usual. But now crazy house tactics. This is even worse. It's even harder to calculate everything in advanced. Okay, so I'm thinking either knight f3 or bishop at d2 or at c3 before a5. Knight at d3 would be so strange if it works. Nah. Well, knight at f3 distracts the queen, so he wouldn't have. He would not have. But then I lose a knight, so then pawn at d2 is not so strong. Knight at e3 is another idea, but that would be so hilarious. Bishop d2. What's the difference between pawn d2 and bishop d2? I didn't try that one. Let's try, because yeah, now there must be a difference that we will discover or not. This seems checkmate. Is that the best? Or is this? Because I need to find the best moves, right? Now, what is the difference if he goes here? Why with the bishop yes and with the pawn no? This is okay. The bishop can move back. That's the only really different thing. So this is a really tough one to understand. Why with the bishop works and with the pawn does not. Something to do with knight at e3 check. Knight at e3, pawn takes, and then queen takes g2. Yeah, I was thinking about queen takes g2, but I don't think. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe the bishop is controlling these squares if the king gets extracted, but I don't think the king gets extracted there. No. Because here queen g2 takes knight f4 maybe. Yeah, knight f4. The king gets extracted. If he goes back, we take queen with check, or if here we check, he blocks, check, check, we take with queen check. So he probably is extracted, and then the bishop is defending the knight. So that might be the idea. Hey Gusbold, you want some hard puzzles? No. These are hard enough. These are hard enough. No, don't worry. I think I'm gonna do one more of Crazy House, I'll try to solve it, and then I will move to other variants to have fun. Okay, white to play. We have knight and queen, and our opponent has 2 knights. Okay, we can drop a queen somewhere, yeah. I mean, this check is really tempting, because he has to block, otherwise we checkmate. Oh, you get going to bed. Good night. Have a good night, Joanna. Thanks for sharing this. I should get going too. Wow, it's so late. Yeah, I will get to bed too. Yeah, let's talk tomorrow about, yeah, whenever you want to do that. And yeah, have a great night. Okay, I'm gonna solve one puzzle of each variant. that's all I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna randomly do moves like this one until I get them right. Good night, Joey. You see the solution? Rar. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Oh, we have a rook there. He has a knight. It's not a problem. Ah, yeah, then the bishop. No. I tried that already. No. And this? No, because he has the bishop. And this? No. And doubling on the bubbling? Yes. Nice. That was nice. I admit it was nice because we used the ping on g6 twice. Oh no, I didn't. I thought my first attempt was queen h5, but I didn't use it. But I use it later. Queen takes h7 and queen h5. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna go from up to bottom. I'm terrible at anti-chess and atomic, so this is gonna be tough. So this, right? Okay. Oh, the other way, Pepe. Remember the rules. Of course, we need to be stalemated. Okay, but this was too easy. This was, even though I failed, it was too easy. Let me do another one. Color to play white. Okay, this seems almost easy too, although it's not. I think I want to play here. Yeah, I think I need to play here actually. Wait, what happened? Success, right? Okay, maybe I really want the anti-chess puzzles. Okay, this is an interesting one. White to play and win. So we're blocked there and there, da, da, da. But this takes, then we have to take here. I don't know. And if we start with this takes. Oh, this is much easier. Okay, so far so good. So if we go here, he has to push. No, he has nothing to push. I'm gonna win. Yeah, cool. Now I'm really enjoying the anti-chess puzzles. Okay, one from opening. Wow, if you win from the opening. Ah. And this one, wow. I'm sure players know this, but okay. And now, not sure I want to do that. Thankfully it stopped. Puzzles are getting tough. Let's go to the next variant, which is my worst with difference. Atomic. Atomic is the worst. Find the best move for white. I'm so terrible at this one. I mean, like, in bullet I would even go here. Best move for white. I want to go with the queen somewhere. This is the first puzzle. It should be an easy one, right? Let me see. Knight c4 he takes, and then what? And then queen d3. Knight c4 takes queen d3, queen c4. No, queen takes c3 immediately. And queen c1, not in time, right? But he's exposed. Wait. I do this. If I do this, he has to play b4. He has to keep the a file closed. Or this. No. Let's do this. b4. I take it. I don't like to take it. So should I go b4 and then... No. Okay, let me try it. Run the move. Knight c4. Why didn't he take? Actually, he has a threat now. But why didn't he take it here? Takes. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Because I thought if he takes and we go queen d3, he has queen c4. Or queen takes c3 immediately. But maybe, yeah, maybe queen takes c3 is a risk because of rook c1 and rook c7. I'm so bad at this atomic game. Let me do one more. Black to play. Well, queen h4, g3. There is the link to the analysis board. Oh, yes? Oh, I didn't know that. So queen h4, g3, queen h3. Yeah. And analysis board, yeah. Chun chun. Oh, only chess. Ah, cool. Cool. It's nice. It starts with the fan code. Okay, I like it. That's nice. Nice. Well done. Okay, next variant. I hate atomic. Crazy House, we already did. Orde is gonna be fun. Orde passes. Color to play, black. Well, we have a problem with the rook, and it's not as easy as going king e7 because he promotes anyway on c8. That's tough. This is unfortunate, but he's gonna get a queen. That makes the position not so easy. Huh. So candidate moves. I mean, if he's gonna get a queen, candidate moves king e7, knight b7, knight e6, queen takes a5, or rook takes d7. Queen takes a5, c8 equals queen, and maybe that queen is trapped, but how do I attack it anyway? King e7, c8 equals queen. It's pretty much the same problem. Oh, queen. Oh. Only move. Not so hard to find, guys. It was the only move. It wasn't a difficult puzzle. There was just one problem, just one solution. I mean, but okay, I like this side. I think you can get stronger. Okay, so here we have to move the king. If we take the pawn with either of the other pieces, it's a draw. So we either take the pawn or we move the king to somewhere. But we need to take these 2 pawns over here. That's going to be a problem. So this is interesting. King takes b6, c7, and king takes c7 is a draw. So I don't know. I don't know. Ah, we have king takes c6. You can also create puzzles if you want. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I think, yeah, I see the contribute thing here. Oh, that's so cool. What about king takes c6, b7, queen f6? I think queen f6 is the resource we have to prevent all of this. We don't have time to go maneuver, take. We don't have that time. This is 2 moves. What do we have here? So I think I'm gonna go, yeah, I think that has to be it. And now the rook is gonna take every pawn. Actually, yeah, no, we have to do this because otherwise he's gonna push. Okay, that was a cool one. Let's do a third one. Black to play. And what is the threat? Some pawn takes on f7 and then promotes. So pawn takes, then pawn takes, then threat is going to be there all the time. And if we take here, there's f7 immediately. If we take here, there's f7 immediately. So this pawn, we need to keep it. At my point, at some point, we might need to play rook g7 or something like that. Or we can sack the rook too, yeah. Sacking the rook might be the easiest. But should we start with this? After takes rook takes d6, or start with rook takes d6? He takes, I don't know the difference. I know the difference. If we start with pawn, he takes on f7 first. We take, then pawn takes g6. Ah, there we have, no, there we have rook takes g6, and that's fine. So that's fine. So pawn takes, if pawn takes f7, we're good. Huh. What is the difference? What could potentially be the problem here? We're threatening f6, so this seems good. So he has to take, we take. He plays e7 maybe. I don't see any problem in either of those lines. This seems maybe takes on f7 first and takes, it's the same. I don't see the difference. Maybe there are alternative moves. The most forcing seems rook takes d6 though. Yeah, they seem the same, which means it might be wrong. Yeah. Okay, what it's not is this. I don't believe allowing a queen. I mean, maybe for some stalemate tricks, but like to save the position if we consider to be lost. But I don't think we're lost, and also this is here, and especially this is here. In some puzzles there are two solutions. Okay, good to know. Yeah, Joanna said the same before. Okay, I'm gonna try one of them. The one I like the most, I think, is rook takes g6 immediately. It seems... No, it's not more... It's not... It's the same. Yeah, it's the same. It's totally the same. And now rook takes. And now this, I guess. Yay! So let me go to the analysis board and hit the engine button to see whether h takes g6 and rook takes g6, both of them. Yeah, two solutions, guys. Okay, cool. Puzzles. King of the hill. Okay, color to play white. Okay, black is close to entering here, so this seems like the logical move. Hey Kaito! What's up? Okay, we need to protect d5, so is there any other move? Yeah, there's this one, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Also, we're good on materials, so I'm gonna take the piece. Yeah. I think I would prefer an IC3 here. Haha, got you. Okay, let's do another one. Color to play white, and we're very far from the center. And okay, as long as we keep this guy here, d5 cannot be accessed. But it's no, I didn't mean to play that. I was going to grab this to show this. Ah, okay. Okay, this check is interesting. This is also interesting, but then king c5. We double rooks, or we go king c3. Oh, interesting, definitely. Yeah, I think this. And what is that? Whoa. Okay, cool. Let's do the last one. So I said I was going to do one per variant. I'm doing three per variant. Rook takes e4, no balls. Okay, oh, we're a rook up here. I mean, an exchange up. Oh, but he's gonna promote. Okay, let's be careful with the clicks I do. Huh. Rook is doing a good job cutting. But our king is a bit trapped. However, this is still chess. Still some chess ideas can be applied here. Rook e3, b6. Wow, he's controlling all the center squares. Rook e3, b6. Rook b3, so we cut the king at the same time that we defend. Then b7, king d7. Oh, sorry, I'm getting all the squares wrong. I was saying the square as if I was black. So rook d6, g3, rook g6, g2, king d2. We're gonna get our king up. He's not gonna get his king up. He would need to go king d7 and then promote, and then he has king up, yeah. And his two pieces, we need to do something to prevent them from controlling the squares. Rook d3 is interesting. Rook d3 stops g3. So rook d3. Let's say rook d3. Maybe rook d3 is better because we keep the king cut. We keep the king cut. Rook d3, and we have king d2, king e3, king f4, rook takes f3. That's the idea. No. Okay, let's try the other one. And success, and it stops there. Oh, come on. Rook d3 is a problem. Well, to have ideas of sack f3, prevent g3, and allow king d2. Yeah, that was what I thought. Rook d3 seemed interesting. Now, this is the toughest one because I'm not even sure what I thought is the right idea. Let me go to the analysis board. I thought to cut the king on the third rank. Okay, I'm sorry. This is too small. All right. This is too big now. Yeah, rook d6. So my idea is this. My idea was this, basically, and this. But the knight is protecting all the squares and the bishop, the knight and the bishop. And for him to make some progress, I think this pawn is too slow. For him to make some progress, he has to go here to have access here and then promote to distract our rook. So I guess this is about calculating this position, unless I miss a move. Like for example, after king e3, g1 check. No, I lose there. Wait. And king d3, it's not check, but it's annoying anyway. It's the same annoyance. So probably this is wrong. But this is tough because I don't have time to go. I want to go rook takes c3 and king d4, but we don't have time. So let's see what the engine thinks about this. Okay, it says white is winning. And after g3, king d2, okay, g2, rook g6, yeah. And king d7, 95 check. Okay, that was sexy. 95 check. Now if knight takes, yeah, the king is cut. Now if knight takes, king here, and we're going there. If promotes, takes, and we're going there. Well, wait. Promote, takes, knight here. We still cut, and take, and here. Okay, that was close, but we have it. You're going to play king e3, king takes f3. Oh, king takes f3 too. Yeah. King takes f3 too. But this wins also, right? Yeah, we cut the king. That's important. Yeah, but yeah, of course these wins too. So if he cannot do that, yeah, knight c6, for example, we just again both moves, queen takes, rook takes, or king takes, win. Well, actually, king takes, because rook takes. This would be funny. This would be funny not to win. So, so you have to go king takes f3 probably. What if knight c6 before promotion? I think this is the line, right? Yeah, I think we just saw this line. Yeah, and we have to go king takes f3. Importantly, I think just king e3, king takes f3, king e4. Yeah. Huh. That was nice. And of course, the puzzle is rook d6 success. Okay, let's move on to the next variant. 3 check I already did, so racing kings. And then we have mixed, nice. So racing kings to finish. Racing kings. Okay, why to play, find the best move. Well, king up, king a7, doesn't feel right. Queen there, he goes here. The last variant, the dirtiest of them all. Dirtiest. Bishop here would be funny. So queen there, king b7. I mean, how does the bishop help if we don't go to f3? Like this. This helps. Or not. King a7, of course. So bishop a6, king a7, queen d8, and yeah, and he wanted the king on b7 to be able to play rook c8. So bishop a6, queen a7, king a7, queen d8, rook b7, we take it. Okay, bishop b7, bishop a6, yeah. So why can't I just go king d6, king e7, king e8? We're both trying for 8th rank. Yeah. Yeah, we need to stop. We need to prevent king b7 followed by rook c. Well, followed by, I mean, then we would need queen d8 and rook c8. That would win for black. So this is key because now if he takes it, of course, queen takes e7. And if he goes king a7, I mean, the puzzle stopped here, but the point is after king a7, we go queen d8. King d6, king a7. Yeah, king d6, king a7, king a7, queen d8. I think king b7 is more annoying. Okay, let's go to the analysis board. Let's put it on the board. Can kings go backwards? Yes, yes they can. Yeah, king d6, I think king b7 is the problem. Because after queen d8 there's rook c8 and this is an immediate win for black. But king a7, I know you were answering Kaito, I'm just saying this is not so clear, king a7, because now after this there's no rook c8. So black still needs to spend a move like this to go here. And now it's not so clear because now we can go here and after this the queen just moves, or even this, and the bishop is helping. So I think king b7, not king a7 after king d6 for black. So after bishop a6, king a7, yeah, okay, let's show the proper line, what the proper line should be. Bishop a6, promote variation. Yeah, now if king a7, queen d8, the king wanted to be here for rook c8, so what's the line you're giving after bishop a6, king a7, queen d8, rook c8? Ah, yeah, rook c8, we take it, of course, yeah. Forces king b6 and white wins. Yeah, yeah, we go. We go, yeah. Okay, let's do the next. Let's do a couple more. So it's white to play, and white has white has it's up on material. Well, the logical move is bishop f1 here. It's like no brainer. I would play bishop f1 immediately, but there's a point to be made about bishop c8, I guess, or about controlling the long diagonal already. Of course, we can run with both kings like this. Do you really have to do 3 racing king problems? Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay, what is wrong about bishop c8? My gut feeling told me bishop f1, but bishop c8, well, it's gonna block a rook. What can he do? But the bishop is so helpful. I'm gonna try it. No, let's try this one. Yes. Okay, and now we run. I know maybe this is the key point. Bishop b5 is possible, but just running. Run there. No, not so clear. Oh yes, it's clear because, yeah, because if he cuts the king, I mean, his king is cut, so not to show. It's interesting that bishop c8 was not the best move. Was it winning or not? Let me see. Look at this, man. Bishop c8 is better than bishop f1. Come on. Bishop c8 is better than bishop f1. Come on. Okay. I mean, I didn't believe, I didn't think it was. I'm just trusting Stockfish now. I feel like an alien with those passes. Yeah, this is not. This is probably the variant that is most far away from chess. Together with Atomic, maybe. You can report wrong passes, and Program Fox will take them down. Okay. Report puzzle. Inaccurate. Too many options. Missing answer. Missing answer. This would be inaccurate or missing answer. I'm gonna say according to Stockfish, bishop c8 is a better move, mate in 6, than the given solution, bishop f1, mate in 8. I am Stockfish. No, I mean, according to, I mean, they're linking for the analysis board, they're linking Leech's analysis board with the Stockfish, so I guess this makes sense. According to Stockfish, bishop c8 is a better move, mate in 6, than the given solution, bishop f1. I think it's okay like that. Missing answer, right? I'm not sure. Inaccurate, missing answer. I mean, the solution was right, but there was a better solution. Okay. All right, let's do another one. The final one. Taking down Racing King's problems feels good. You're so terrible. Oh, look at that. This is an interesting one. Why to play? Well, the obvious move probably leads to black cutting us with queen c8 or queen a8. Final one. Ooh, this is a tough one, guys. This is a tough one. I think I'm gonna try random moves. There are many ideas. Cutting the king is interesting. I mean, running running is usually a good strategy when you can do it in Racing Kings. At least, if not the best, it's usually strong. King f7, but King f7... Ah, yeah, King f7 to be able to block with Rook. Okay, King f7. Oh yeah, definitely a strong idea. It has to be replied with precision. So Queen, Rook c8 maybe. C8. I guess we take the Queen. Queen c8, Rook e8, and GG. Is that simple? Yeah, I mean, he has no time to cover both squares. Okay, that was too easy. I need another one. That was too easy, come on. Okay, final one, I promise. Rar. I mean, free queen, that king is totally... Okay, guys, color to play black. Color to play. That's the problem with Racing Kings. Pepe has found his new puzzle rush. Okay, side to play black. Cool. So queen b6 would be my move in a real game. But then white makes progress too. And I don't... Although, yeah, being black and being our king up, that should be good. Queen b6 seems logical. And yeah, one point is that whenever our king is on a6, we're going to be threatening queen takes rook. But I'm not sure if we're going to get that, because king g5, king a6, maybe rook takes c5. That's a problem. Queen b6, queen b7 looks annoying. Queen b6, queen b7. Yeah, rook c7. Ah no, we're pinned. I guess we need to use these pieces over here at some point. Takes a2. There's queen c8. Why is queen b7? Yeah, queen b7 is possible, Gius Bolt. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Huh. What about using the knight? Knight e4. Rawr. Somehow I want to save the queen. Oh, my battery, my laptop battery. Okay. Why can white not play queen b7? Yeah, he can. Queen b7, queen b7. And is queen b7 a problem? Maybe it is. But rook takes e2, rook takes a6. I don't like it. Queen takes rook, and rook takes e2. Queen takes rook, queen takes, and rook takes e2. And then we take the bishop. That's interesting. It's funny how that king is still cut. That's definitely an idea. I think I'm gonna try that. I'm bored of the puzzles already. Okay, good one. Good finding, Gizbold. Yeah. Yeah, next move is taking the bishop, I think. Well, not against queen g6, but yeah, it's amazing assessing this position. I mean, we have like an extra piece. In Racing Kings, it's especially important to have when you have number of pieces. Yeah, when you have many pieces, you don't mind rook instead of queen. Okay, that was cool. That was cool. So let me have a look at. I like this side. So you can set a crazy house first, and then the pockets will appear. Ah, cool. Yeah, okay. This is because of the zoom I have to show the big board. Nice. Nice. Okay, cool. And then, well, I guess this is step one. I might try at some point. And I guess in don't let me set up the puzzle moves. Okay, next steps you put the moves. Interesting. And train, we have puzzles, we have time training and endgames. Endgames of what? Of regular chess? Wow, endgames of anti-chess and oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. Let's pick one random rook versus knight anti-chess endgame. Start, win the game. What? Ah, okay. Which side am I? Okay, I'm the rook. No. What? Oh! Okay, I'm the rook, but I lost. Because that was a mouse leap. I don't know what happens. I cannot drag the rook. Trying again. Yeah, I cannot drag the rook. It's something strange going on here. I cannot take it. Okay, anyway, let's think about the position. I basically need to attack the knight. It's as simple as that. But I cannot drag the rook. Click on the rook and move it. That's what I'm trying. I'm clicking on it many times. Okay, but anyway, this is a very simple endgame. With a knight, you only need to attack it, because in the next move, he's pretty much going to be attacking that square where it was. Ah, finally. And now again, it's like, look at that, his display. It's displayed. Displaced. It's moved. It might be because of my zoom. I need to pick the rook around here. And also the mouse in the stream is in a different place where it is on my screen, so that might confuse you as well. Like, for example, the mouse is now over the knight, which is the c4 square, and you see it above the board. And I know that because I'm watching the output of my stream, but I can tell you it's on c4. So yeah, it's confusing for both you and me. Oh, but that's cool. Endgames. That's cool. And time training, I guess I know what that is. Contribute and variant 960. What is this? Create a game. So this is to play chess 960, but against the computer, or It can be asymmetrical. Ah, variance 960. Whoa, variance 960. Asymmetrical. 3 plus 2. It's fine, perfectly fine. Crazy House 960 asymmetrical. Look at that. Create game. Does anyone want to play? Goodbye, Liches. Yeah. We once had very interesting match of Crazy House 960. Wow. That's okay, it disappeared. Does that mean that yeah, someone's taking the challenge? Oh, is it you? Let me So is this a good size of board for you guys? I guess it is. All right. Okay, I see the big chat here. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna chat in the website because, as you can see, the Zoom is very crazy. And okay, the pieces to drop. I have them here. That's not good. Okay, let me. 1 second. This is the normal Zoom. Okay, this is much better, I guess. Okay, let me try. Where is my clock? Where are the clocks? Ah, here. Okay. Okay. Oofda. You don't do that. This is funny. Crazy House 960, guys. Can I pre-move? Yes. I miss being able to play moves like b4 in Crazy House. This clearly makes it possible. Yeah. And I chose asymmetrical, which is like totally crazy. You have to see his pieces, your pieces. Much fun. This is much fun. Um, Not sure. Maybe I want this. But now white will never play long castle. Rawr, maybe. Maybe you're right. It was probably a stupid idea because I lost all of initiative by grabbing this rook. Probably knight e4 hinting at pawn at b2 was better, right? Hmm. Okay. It's gonna have knight takes e5 and then what? I was winning. I was writing that before rook b3. Ah, okay. Okay. That defense. That defense. I'm feeling aggressive. What site is this? It's I shared that before. Give me a second. After this game. That's good defense, I guess. I'm gonna put it there just in case. And this is probably stupid, but I have to do it. It seems like I did something stupid. Yeah, maybe just rook at a1 was much better and keep it like that. Uh-huh. That's cool. Bishop at a3, I'm thinking. Okay, let's go there. Yes, this is 960 Crazy House with random different pieces, like not symmetrical 960 but asymmetrical 960 in this case. I don't know what I'm doing really. Let's take that. Let's do this. Yana would lose her shit over this. Yeah, I feel you. That's what I thought you would play. Okay, whatever. I couldn't calculate. I'm sorry, because this was terrible, of course. Terrible decision. Now you're fine, right? This is crazy. This game is crazy. I think I have to control myself from this point on. I miss that. I'm gonna sack. At this point, I don't mind. It's a good move. Sacrificing all the time. All the time sacrificing. Okay, I missed something. Oh, snap! I didn't see that coming. That was a bit annoying. Oh! I thought I had blundered mate. Maybe I did. Okay. So are you trying to flag me, or are you playing for really for mate? What did I miss here? Whoa. Yeah, this was mate, he says. This was mate, move before queen on a6. I could do the same thing, the move before. The rook at c8 idea? How does that work? Queen a6, rook at c8. So check, and rook at c8 here, or here? Ah, here instead of b5, okay. Ah, then it's mate, yes. Aha, you're right. Wait, because you already had a pawn in hand. Yeah, you had two pawns. Yeah, and then knight c6 and pawn at e7 is mate. That's right. And to be honest, to be honest, you forced me to d6. I mean, the alternative was terrible here. So I went to d6 because that was the only square I had, not because I was trying to defend e7. I missed that bishop covers d7 at first. Ah, when I take on c6 with the pawn, yeah. With the d pawn. Yeah, it's gonna be mate anyway. Maybe pawn at h4. I don't know. Shame on me. No, that was a good game. It's so funny to show you how fun. Yeah, it's so fun. It's much fun. I'm sorry. I'm closing today. I'm over. It's 5 a.m. maybe 5:20 a.m. here. Yeah. So, but yeah, some other day I will. I need more holidays. I need more time. Okay, guys, that was funny. I'll see you tomorrow, probably. See you soon. Thanks for stopping by and sharing this time with me. Have a great night. Bye bye.